Hello everyone, welcome back to our HTML tutorial series for beginners. Today we are diving into two important concepts of HTML, that is what are IDs and what is this class. These are very essential for styling and organizing our HTML elements. So let's get started. But before we move on, let's revise what we read on the last lecture. In our last video, we read about forms. So what the forms were used for collecting data from the user. This is the form that we created in our last video. So I'll just show you the preview. So how we made it? We used form tag to create a form, and form tag comes with an attribute called action where the data should go when we submit the form. Okay, so this is the dummy backend.php we have used here. After that we used a heading, then we used div container and input tags. We talked about various input tags like text input tags, email input tags, input type of passwords, input type data, then numbers. We also saw how to create radio buttons to check when we have to check from one another like male, female or others. Then we also saw how to create a input type of checkbox, how to name it, and how to keep it checked or unchecked by default. Then we also saw text area tag where we can write long text here. Then we saw input type of submit, which will be used when we will be submitting our form to go so that our data can move to our backend. Then we saw reset input type, which can be used to reset the form and all the data can be filled in the next time. So this was all about the last video that we saw. So let's move on to our today's class of IDs and classes. So what are IDs? The IDs are the unique fingerprint for a HTML document or element. It helps us uniquely identify a specific element within our document. Okay, like we can identify something with the help of name also, but this can be different for this can to identify a particular tag we should use ID because this will be a unique identifier. I have created a simple HTML file of ID and classes. So I'll just explain you with the help of this HTML file what are IDs and what are classes. I'll just explain this code once. This is just a simple boiler code I used. Then I used some of the styling element here. I have not taught about styles right now. However, I am using it here to tell you the importance of IDs and classes. So I have used one in the body tag. I have used one h1, then paragraph, then IDs. I have used a div here with the ID as special. Then I have used one other p class here, which will be class name as highlighted. Okay, so with the help of this I am going to explain you what all we have. Okay, notice that the text inside the paragraph has a red color. I have just specified like red. I'll just show you the preview of this page. Okay, so this is the thing, like in the IDs paragraph heading, under IDs heading, this paragraph is having a red color. However, this is a black one. So how we can change this color? This is changed because we have given a unique identification to this ID. Like this ID is given special, and now I can identify this div with the help of this ID. There may be other divs, but now this div is a specific one because we have targeted with the help of a ID, and this ID is being styled color red, and I have targeted it here with the help of hashtag. So all the IDs will be targeted with the help of this hashtag mark. So whenever we will be using hashtag and special, so this is hashtag if I am using, this is a class. Okay, sorry, hashtag if I am using, this is a ID, and if I will be using dot, then that will be class. Okay, so with this, the help of this, we can just style our document. So similarly, about classes, what are classes? Unlike IDs, we can use the same class for multiple elements. It's like giving a common trait or common attribute style to a group of elements. Class can have class can be given, like if I give a ID to this one, and if I can give class like first class, then second class, I can give multiple classes. As an example, I am just showing you classes here. Basically, a class is a way to uniquely apply a style or behavior to multiple HTML elements. I will have to highlight multiple items. Like here I have a p tag, paragraph tag. I have used a class highlight here, and similarly I have used a highlight tag here. So the highlight properties will be applied to this p class, and a similar thing can be applied to this p class also. However, we cannot do same for with IDs. With the classes we can do this thing. Okay, so if I create one another, say I say heading. Okay, okay, h3 heading, and if I give it a class, say highlighted. Okay, and I say this is a highlight class. So you can see this highlight features, that is background blue, is been applied to this heading tag also. And similarly I can use list or anything like this, because I have used in the dot highlight, that is dot is used to denote the class of the class in the HTML. So background color I have used yellow here. So now this color is yellow. I can use it here also. Like this is not like I have used it bottom. Like if I use in this paragraph, if I say class is highlighted, so you can see now this is highlighted. So I can use it like this. Even if I want to target the this class heading, and if I give this some other ID, I can give like some other ID, and then I can target it in the style element. Okay, so these things can be used variously. Like we'll not have to we'll have to reuse our code. Now I will not have to write styles everywhere. I'll just use a class, and class will be having definitions of this what are the properties it is having, and I'll use it to apply it on some part of the content. So we can use it in our HTML document, and we'll be using it very often in our HTML document. So I hope that you find this tutorial helpful. So feel free to experiment with IDs and classes in your own projects. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.